What is good, my YouTube followers? It is your girl, she's a model, and I am here to do my everyday makeup tutorial. So this tutorial is going to be very detailed. I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end the procedure that I use to do my makeup. This is for a flawless everyday look, almost like a skin feel look. It's going to look like you have nothing on. All right, so I just want to show you guys exactly how I achieve this look, okay? All right, so first we're gonna start off with our face. So we have our bare skin. I did have a little pimple on my face, so I usually put like toothpaste on it just to make it sit there. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my face. So I always wanna wash my face thoroughly before I put my makeup application on, only because I want my makeup to be flawless, that's for sure. And I just want to make sure that I have a clean base before I apply the makeup. All right, so here I am just washing it off, and then I'm gonna go in with like a napkin. I don't really like using towels because it has bacteria, so I go in with a napkin and I dry my skin off. And as you can see, it's nice and dry, so it is ready for application. All right, so before I put my makeup on, I like to prep my skin. So I'm using a primer to prep my skin. I will leave the description, leave the products in the description below so that you guys can see exactly what I'm using. So I usually use 2 primers to prep my skin before I apply my makeup. So I'm using one now. And instead of rubbing it into the skin, I'm going to do it in a patting motion because this is gonna set the makeup as soon as you add it on. And then I'm gonna put a second one. This is the second one that I'm using. All right, and I'm just gonna do the same, pat it into my skin. Oh no, actually, sorry you guys, this is actually the eye cream. So this is the eye cream that I'm gonna use under my skin, under my eyes, because I want it to be nice and supple when I'm putting it on, all right? So now I'm putting my facial mist on my face. I really like to prep my skin before I put my makeup on. I just don't want to throw it on, all right? And then before we do the makeup, we're actually gonna do the eyebrows. So right now you're seeing me do my eyebrows. I take my time with my eyebrows. If you guys want a tutorial on how to do your eyebrows, how to make them nice and slayed, I will give that to you guys. Just let me know in the comments. So I am doing my eyebrows. I use this like pencil to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna leave that in the description as well. And then I use a raw kind of like brush just to brush it in after I'm completed with the eyebrows. Okay, so here I am just straightening it out. And then I'm gonna go in with a concealer, you guys. So I'm gonna go in with a concealer and a small brush. And I'm going to use that to align the eyebrows, okay? You want the eyebrows to be nice and chiseled and straight. So you're going to go in with a concealer to align the eyebrows. I like to use a brighter concealer. Some people like to use a natural concealer as skin tone, but I like to use a brighter concealer because it gives it a more oomph look, okay? So I'm just going ahead, doing it on the top part. Just going to do that on the top part, so that it's nice and chiseled, so it looks nice and natural, okay? Just rubbing it all in. You wanna make sure you blend that in very well. I'm going to blend it in afterwards, but I'm just applying it right now, okay? So you wanna be very careful when you're doing this. You wanna make sure that you're doing it nice and neat and you're taking your time, okay? You don't wanna mess up on your eyebrows. You want it to be nice and neat. You want it to almost look natural, like if you just shaved it, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm applying it on the other eye now. As you can see, I'm just applying it on the other eye, making sure it looks nice and straight. Kind of looks like I have a unibrow now, but I will fix it after I put my makeup on. I'm gonna show you guys how I fix it as well. So I'm just doing the other eye now, making sure it's nice and straight, perfectly straight, making sure it's even. Okay, you guys. Eyebrows is a very important step when you are doing your makeup. You want to make sure it looks good. Okay, you want to make sure your eyebrows are really good when you're doing your makeup, just so that once you're finished with the application, everything goes together well. All right. So now I'm applying a primer onto my skin. This primer, it gives me like a nice glow underneath my makeup. So I really love this primer. This primer was really expensive. I picked it up at Macy's. I feel like you don't necessarily need this primer. You can use another primer because this one was so expensive. But I do love this primer. I have found a way to incorporate it in my makeup routine, and it gives me like a nice little glow. So I really like it. All right. So now we're gonna pull up the brush now, and then we're just gonna blend in the eyebrows. Like I mentioned, I want to make sure it's nice and blended. So we're just gonna use a brush that has no product on it. So this brush has literally no product on it, as you can see. So we're just gonna blend in with that brush so that it is nice and natural looking and looking good before the makeup application. All right, so here I am just blending it in, blending, making sure it looks really good, making sure it looks really detailed, so that the eyebrows are looking on fleek. Okay. All right, so now I'm applying the makeup. I actually didn't show you guys this makeup, but I will leave it, like I mentioned, in the description below. But this is a new makeup that I picked up. I was using the Fenty before, like I was an avid believer of the Fenty, but now I'm trying this NARS. I'm thinking of mixing the NARS with the Fenty in my future makeup looks, because I feel like the NARS is a little bit too bright. It all depends on what you like and your preference. I did get a color to match my chest area, but I can still tone it down a little bit with the Fenty that I do have, and I have a little bit, so I'm gonna add that in on my my next makeup routine. So if you want to mix this, you can. I will leave the color that I did pick up below, but I feel like it goes very well with my chest area. I love this makeup. The coverage is phenomenal. I wanted to try something new, and the lady at Sephora, she gave me this idea, and I said, okay, let me try it. I was not a fan of NARS products because it left my skin extremely oily, but this NARS, I think it's the newer NARS products. It is great, you guys. I love it. I really love it. All right, so here I am just applying the makeup onto my skin, and now I'm actually gonna apply some concealer. So this concealer I actually picked up at a MAC store. It's a MAC concealer, and I'm just applying it under my eyelids because I want to be able to set my eyeshadow when I put it on. All right, so this is very crucial, especially if you want a nice bright eye. You just apply the concealer on your eyelids. All right, and then I'm just applying it. So now I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to set the concealer under my eyelids, because you always want to make sure you set your makeup. If you don't, you're going to have oily skin, so you want to make sure that it's set. Okay, so I'm just using the Tuli brush, and I'm gonna tap it because you want to get rid of that excess powder. And then you're just gonna pat it under your eyelids gently but surely. Okay, you want to make sure you just get under your eyelids, because if you get below your eyes, like below your eyes, you're gonna have a problem. So you just want to make sure you get it on your eyelids and only on your eyelids. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the what do you call it, eyeshadow. This eyeshadow I picked up, I believe it's a Morph. I picked it up on, what was it, Macy's? No, it wasn't Macy's, I'm lying, you guys. I picked it up at Marshall's, I believe. Yes, it was Marshall's. I love Marshall's makeup. I could do a haul on Marshall's makeup. Like, I really love their makeup. They have great eyeshadows. They have great just great makeup products that they sell, especially in the clearance section. I really love Marshall's. Okay, so I'm just applying the eyeshadow onto my eyelids. We're gonna do it in a light stroke. Okay, we don't want to push it on the face because we want to make sure that it looks nice and natural. We don't want to have too much eyeshadow on our eyes, so we're doing it with a natural and subtle sense. Okay, so we got that applied, and now we're gonna go in with the contouring. So I actually like to use the same eyeshadow, and I like to contour my face with that. So when I contour my face, it gives me a more chiseled, a more slender look on my face. So I really love incorporating contouring, and it's so easy, you guys. Before I started doing my makeup, I wasn't doing that, but now I am. All right, so now we got the contouring going on, and now we're gonna apply the same matte concealer under the eyes. Okay, so we're gonna apply it right above the contour. Okay, so we want to make sure it's right above the contour. So if you have the contour line, you want to make sure you do it right above the contour, just so that it can give the contouring a more chiseled and defined look. Okay, so here I am just applying the concealer under my eyelids, making sure it's nice and neat. This one takes a lot of time, not really a lot of time, but you want to be very precise when you're doing this. Okay, and then I'm applying it under my nose and on my chin. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply it in the middle of my nose, so like in between my nose, so I can have like another chiseled look, so my nose could be nice and chiseled. Right, so we're just applying it, and then I have my blender, my beauty blender. I'm just gonna tap it on. I want to show you guys a video. I might do this video tonight on how I clean my brushes and my beauty blenders. You guys, I have the trick. So I want to show you guys exactly what I use, and when I tell you it came out clean, that same beauty blender was a mess and I was able to clean it brand new. All right, so I'm gonna take the smaller beauty blender and I'm just gonna do my nose with that one, because you want the nose to be nice and chiseled like I mentioned. So you're gonna use the smaller beauty blender for that. So I'm just doing that right now. Okay. And then I'm taking the bigger beauty blender and I'm gonna slowly go under my eyelids. We have to be very, very careful with this, okay? Because we want it to be distributed evenly. So we're just gonna take our time. We're gonna take our time and do this. And we're still gonna make sure we're doing it above the contour line. Okay, so I'm just doing that side. As you can see the face forming as I'm doing it. See that, you guys? So beautiful. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Making sure it is nice and chiseled. So for me, I don't like to put concealer on my forehead, because if you put the concealer on your forehead is apt to get greasy. You don't want to put concealer on your forehead. You want to restrain from putting it on your forehead. So you're just going to put it in those particular areas that I have mentioned and that I have shown, okay? So we're going to go in with the eyeshadow again, and we're going to set the contouring, all right? Actually, no, I lied, you guys. We're gonna do the nose. So we're gonna go in with the same color eyeshadow, and then we're gonna do the nose. We're gonna make sure the nose is nice and, like I said, chiseled, because we want everything to look snatched, honey. Like, we want it to look good. So we're gonna go in and set our nose so it has a nice and detailed look. All right, so here I am just setting my nose. You guys can see the difference as I'm doing these. Okay, little things matter when you're doing makeup. It really does, you guys, and I've noticed that. I'm not a professional, but I know that little things matter. Okay, so we're using a brush that has no product on it. Okay, this brush has no product on it. We're gonna use that brush. I picked up another one because that other one had a little bit of product, but that one had no product on it, the second one. So we're gonna use that one, and we're just gonna blend her in just to make it look nice and natural and not have that like sharp line. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with our powder under our eyes. So we're gonna use Banana Dreams. I did pick this up at Marshall's as well. Like I said, I love Marshall's. So we're just gonna go in. We're gonna make sure we tap that, and then we're gonna go in and put it under our eyelids. Okay, as you can see, I'm blowing as I go because I don't want the excess powder to go on the contour line. We don't want it to go on the contour line because we want that contour line to look good. Okay, so we're just going under the eyelids, and then we're going around the lips, a little bit around the nose, and on the chin. Okay, and I love this product. This I picked up on Amazon. I know you guys have probably seen and heard about this pad brush. I love it. I love to use it to set my under eye makeup, concealer makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it with the under eye concealer makeup. Okay, so I'm using that powdered pad to set under my eyes. Okay, it's already looking snatched. Right, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on my eyebrows because you don't want your eyebrows to get oily at the end of your day and your whole makeup is like snatched, you know. So you want to make sure that you get powder on your eyebrows as well. That's very crucial as well. Okay, so now I'm just going in with the eyeliner. So I'm just eyelining my eyes. If you guys want a whole eye set tutorial, whatever, just let me know, because I'm not really showing you exactly how I do it. I'm kind of speeding up the process, but I'm telling you you guys the steps to do when you're going to do a full makeup look to have it looking flawless and skin-like. Okay, so it's a lot of steps, and don't get me wrong, it's not easy. This usually takes me about an hour to do. I'm not saying it's not easy, but it's a long process, okay, to have that natural looking skin when you're doing your makeup. All right, so yeah, this is just me doing my happy dance because I see myself looking, you know, proper. So I'm doing my happy dance. Okay, so now we have the what do you call this, the mascara. So now we're adding the mascara to my natural eyelids, and obviously I'm still setting the powder under my eyes because, you know, you want it to be set. But now we're adding the mascara to the eyelids. I like to add the mascara prior to adding the eyelashes to my eyes because I feel like it's easier application, so I usually do that. Okay, and now we're using the brush. So this brush, you don't want any product on it when you're using it, so you're gonna make sure you tap it off, no product at all. And then we're gonna be very, very gentle, and we're gonna just dab, not wipe, not swipe, but dab. We're gonna dab under the eyelids because you don't want to remove that excess powder. You want it to set your makeup still, so you're just gonna dab it, gently dab it, you guys. The more gentle you are, the better. Okay, all right, it's coming together, it's coming together. Okay, so now we have this brush. So this brush actually didn't have any product on it either, but I felt like it was more of a thinner brush, so a more smaller brush, so it can allow me to go under my eyelids better and more precisely. So I just use that brush as well. All right, so now we have this powder. So this powder is going to be used on all of the areas that you did not put the lighter powder on. All right, so we're going to put it a little bit over the nose. Okay, we're going to put it over the forehead. Okay, we're going to put it under the side of your face, on the other side of your face. We're gonna put it all on the products all on the places that the other products is not on. So this, now we're gonna do highlight. So we're gonna use this is actually the Fenty Beauty highlighter. I love this highlighter. It is my go-to. I love the peach look on my skin. It glows my skin. It just looks really good, you guys. I love it. So I'm just applying that on the skin. So now my face is coming together. It's looking natural on me. All right, so now we're gonna go in with my CoverGirl lipstick. I love this brown lipstick. Like, I cannot live without her. I actually want to go to Sephora today and pick up another lipstick. It's kind of like a brown tint like this as well, but it's like a cherry brown. So I'm gonna pick that up today and see how I can incorporate that in my lipstick regimens as well. So I just like to do it over my so kind of like align the lips to make the lips a little bit more plump, and then I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade, so it's kind of like a nude shade, and then I'm adding it on the bottom, and then I'm just gonna tap it in. So I'm just like, you know, doing that to my lips just to make sure it's nice and tapped. And what I like about this lipstick, it's a matte, so it dries really, really beautifully, you guys. It definitely sets the look. So now I'm spraying it. I'm using my setting spray. This is actually a Rude setting spray that I picked up as well. It's called Rude. I picked it up at Marshall's as well. A lot of my products are from Marshall's. My makeup products. I love Marshall's, you guys. It's very, very cheap. You can get these same products that you get at Ulta at Marshall's. So I'm picking it up at Marshall's, okay? Yes, so I use the same palette. I love this palette. Alright. And I'm adding that as well to my eyes, okay? So now I am doing my under eyes. Alright, so I'm doing my under eyes. And now I'm putting my all-nighter spray on. I'm just spraying her on really, really nice. Really, really nice. I'm sorry, you guys, I kind of sped up this video because I wanted it to be sped up. Hopefully you guys was able to see the whole routine. But yeah, so I'm just using that. I actually have a fan, but I used that. You want to use anything you can when you're using your setting spray, because you don't want to tap your face. You want to make sure that you're using like a fan, something that blows the skin when you're putting on your setting spray, just so that it can set in the skin and it can look nice and glowy. All right, so I use the all-nighter and I use the Rude setting spray on my face. So now it gives me a nice and clean look. So now I'm using my eyelashes. I picked these eyelashes up at CVS, girl. I love CVS eyelashes. Don't sleep on CVS. They have nice and natural eyelashes. I really, really love them. So I'm using that. And now I'm gonna use it on the other eye. I do use my Kiss glue, you know. Yeah, I use that glue. That glue is the truth. I haven't really used any other glue because I don't want these lashes to stay on me forever. And the Kiss glue is good. All right, so I'm just blowing it up, blowing it in. And now I think we're done, you guys. I think we are done. I think we are done. Yes, we are done. So now I'm just fixing my hair up, making it look nice and good. You know, I put some oil in it. Check out my Family Dollar haul because I use a lot of products from Family Dollar in my hair. All right, and like I said, I use it to wash my face as well, so check that out. So yes, you guys, this is the look. This is the look. I actually did this for my previous video. It was my lock tutorial video. This was my makeup look, and I said, you know what, let me do 2-in-1 videos. I think this would be a good idea if I can do a makeup tutorial and then I can do another video after. So I went ahead and did that. All right, so this is the finished look. Okay, you guys, everyday makeup. You are not going to have a problem with oily skin at all. I promise you. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.